This is the first time I've ever witnessed such a strange, brilliant, and breathtakingly beautiful lightning strike with my own eyes. Watching that dense network of electricity tear through the sky, I found myself wondering, could this be the work of AI? In your opinion, is this rare natural phenomenon something that could actually happen in real life? Or is it just cinematic special effects? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. The road surface suddenly collapsed just as the truck rolled over it. Fortunately, the sinkhole appeared exactly when the rear of the vehicle had managed to clear the area. Otherwise, the consequences would have been unpredictable. Had this been a car, the likelihood of it falling straight into the hole would have been very high due to its smaller size. Flash flood alert. The flow carrying mud and rocks creates a terrifying force that easily tosses multi-ton vehicle. Absolutely do not attempt to bypass barriers or encroach on railway lanes once the signal has turned red. The safety of yourself and the community depends on the legal awareness of every driver. Do not let a moment of impatience turn into an irreversible tragedy. Ordinary fragile metal sheets that normally provide shelter from the sun and rain are stripped from their purlins by powerful gusts, turning into giant flying blades that hurtle away at uncontrollable speeds. Witnessing this scene, our hearts ache with concern for those living in mountainous areas. Natural disasters like flash floods and landslides can strike at any moment, turning peaceful villages into zones of danger in an instant. Witnessing this scene, we realize that all the belongings and achievements accumulated over a long time will eventually be damaged and scattered by the storm's flow. A moment's mistake, a lifetime of regret. A costly lesson for any driver who disregards railway signals. While the children were anxiously waiting for their parents to return, it was fortunate that they didn't run outside to play or bathe in the rain at that moment. This dangerous, unintended incident serves as a reminder for parents to always keep a close watch on their children. How would you feel if, in that half-awake moment, you walked toward the front door to let in the morning sun, only to be met by a churning, muddy torrent rushing right at your doorstep? The quiet of the night was suddenly torn apart by a blinding flash as a power station exploded under the pressure of the violent storm. Moments later, a massive tower crane at a nearby construction site also succumbed, collapsing in an instant. Fortunately, the incident occurred at night when no workers were on site, narrowly averting a tragedy. I honestly can't help but imagine that if these stones were clean, I could just bring a glass of Coca-Cola out to the yard and have a refreshing drink, sponsored by Nature from A to Z. What do you guys think this falling object is? Why is it emitting that strange yellow smoke in such a heart-stopping moment? I've replayed this video many times, but still can't determine if it's a firework or some kind of aerial accident. Please leave your thoughts and analysis in the comments so we can solve this mystery together. A massive column of black smoke suddenly rose from the textile factory. Clearly visible from a great distance, the fire began to erupt violently in the storage tank area, creating a chaotic scene as people scrambled to escape. Fortunately, the fire department arrived promptly at the scene to deploy emergency response measures and prevent the fire from spreading. Do you know what species this is? They look so massive and powerful in these shallow waters. It was a heart-stopping moment when the creature suddenly lunged right up to the side of the board. Let's hope humans aren't on their menu and that this man can make it back to shore safely. Oh my god, I bet this man is definitely going to throw a party to celebrate this narrow escape. Only now do I truly understand the meaning of rebirth when the Grim Reaper seemingly fell asleep right before his eyes. The young man in black in the video is showing a level of contempt for the law that borders on madness, brazenly cutting off a massive truck without even wearing a helmet. I believe that with such recklessness and disregard for both his own life and the lives of others, this individual will surely end up in hell to pay the price for his utter lack of conscience. This climber found himself in an incredibly ironic situation, but it is fortunate that he did not choose to risk his life by jumping across this dangerous area. The decision to patiently stop and stay calm to wait for the water to recede before finding a way back is a great lesson in safety. Previously, despite warnings about worsening weather conditions and recommendations against setting sail, due to overconfidence or a desire to conquer distant waters, this person still decided to steer their boat into the danger zone. If I had to live in the high mountains where peace suddenly trembles, and gentle rivers instantly turn into a rage that swallows everything like this, perhaps the love I have for the rain would vanish completely. Looking at the size and density of these hailstones, anyone can imagine that stepping out of shelter right now would be an extremely dangerous and reckless act. colossal power of a 100-meter-high water column is being compressed, blasting out at a terrifying velocity. A hypothetical disaster scenario could swallow 5 dad in an instant if the dam structure were to be torn apart. Estimated wind speeds could reach hundreds of kilometers per hour, turning the entire sky pitch black. This is truly the largest scale tornado I have ever witnessed in my life. It seems like truck drivers these days rarely watch train accident videos on YouTube. If you have any friends in this profession, sharing the videos from my channel with them would be a truly virtuous deed. I'm not saying this to trick you into doing it. I genuinely wish for everyone to live a safe and peaceful life. I believe in destiny, for without it, everyone should have enjoyed the same benefits and lived in equally safe places. It is heartbreaking for the poor laborers whose struggle for a living forces them to accept their fate. To be honest, if I were among those standing in the square at that moment, I probably would have bolted to find safety in a sturdy building long ago, rather than remaining so strangely calm. The girl was very lucky to be shielded by the wall ledge in front of the door, which protected her from the debris flying toward her at high speeds. Seeing these collapsed houses makes us cherish peace all the more. Solidarity is the lighthouse that helps us navigate the heart-stopping moments of natural disasters. It's unclear whether the man cutting the tree intentionally aimed the branch at the pool or if it was just an accident. However, if this was a mishap, he's lucky his landing spot was the water instead of the hard pavement. I'm truly overwhelmed looking at these clouds and imagining them as an inverted image of ant eggs hanging right over my head. What about you? What do you imagine when you see this? Please share it with me. It truly is a more than impressive way to grab attention, instantly turning the entire structure into a work of art full of personal imprint. In harsh climates, heating fuel is essential but also poses a serious hazard if not subjected to regular safety inspections. People around quickly recognized the danger. They hurried to pack up their belongings and stalls to find a safer place to avoid any unintended incidents. I find this thick mud flow even more terrifying than a regular flash flood. Its sheer density means that anyone who accidentally falls in has almost zero chance of survival. To be honest, we have never had the means or the opportunity to witness these waves with our own eyes in real life. We have always cherished a small hope that, if this YouTube channel receives support and achieves good results, it will be the key that helps us turn our long-held dream into reality. In reality, for those with a passion for mountain climbing, rolling stones are always one of the most fearsome hidden hazards because they often appear when least expected. As you can see, it is quite fortunate that this mountain is entirely surrounded by deep waters. This unique geographical location has created an ideal natural protective barrier. Do you believe this is a moment actually captured from real life? Looking at the way the lightning spreads like a spiderweb across the purple sky, I get the feeling that this scene was created by artificial intelligence rather than reality. That brings today's video to a close. Thank you for taking the time to watch. If you found this content helpful, please subscribe to the channel to support our production team. It serves as a great motivation for us to continue searching for valuable footage. Goodbye and see you in the next videos.